We have a question here.
Awesome. Cheers to that.
Cheers to the question. And I'm glad he asked it, or she, I don't know, because it only said Ustreamer 223041.
Hey, I know that guy. No.
Oh. I'm actually glad he asked, because I wanted to ask you that myself one time. He's writing, I would like to hear some thoughts on the very wide subject of the current education system. From the both of you, and how it could be altered to better serve society, asking questions and such.
Oh, that's a great question.
I know.
If I had an answer like that, first of all, I would probably be widely ignored by the very people in charge. And second of all, that would be it. No, but I think that the solution is that you have to learn from private places, because it's almost the same thing with, you have to learn from private seminars, from private educational places, because the ones who are funded by the governments, they have so many rules and they have so many steps in order to implement something new, that they will always be behind the sort of cutting edge.
Okay.
So again, for that person or for other people in that situation who have to make a decision, is that either they have to sort of accept that as what it is, or they have to sort of adopt a little bit of a renegade mindset that, okay, I'm gonna take it for what it is, simply for what it is, and what it isn't, and then themselves search for better answers while taking the education of whatever it is. And certainly there's huge difference between having, let's say that if you study to become a doctor, the quality of that is much higher than, is my personal opinion, than, for example, studying psychology, because psychology is just way behind of what's possible. If you study a doctor, there's still being done tons of research. Then we can talk about that, the quote-unquote alternative side of things can deliver results that are much better in many cases. I'm not saying that I would never get surgery or that I never use an aspirin, because I do, if that's necessary. So for me, it's about taking the best parts of both worlds, by far.
But how do you think how would you, if you were God?
If I were God.
How would you better the educational system? Like,
I wouldn't, literally, because it's not worth my time. I know, and that answer might sound a little bit something, but my point is actually important, because I could spend a lot of my life and it would be worth it, trying to change, because if I succeeded, or if we succeeded, it would be a huge difference. But for me, I'd rather inspire the people who want to change it. So for example, when Knut a couple of years ago, he told me about his ambition to wanting to change the education system, I went, yes, that means that I don't have to do it. So that made me even more motivated to help him get as most out of his life and his resources as possible.
Because that he wants kind of way. But
it is a challenge. I'm not saying that's not going to be possible down the line. I think the best solution is that and I don't know the background of the person asking that question. The best thing you can do is that you can get the best knowledge possible for whatever you're interested in. You can demonstrate what's possible. Because I remember when I was at one of my first Richard Bandler seminars, his co-trainer John Lavelle, he had this great exercise that he called his $10,000 exercise, and he said that he claimed that he had got CEOs of companies to pay him $10,000 to show him this, because it was that profound. And what he did is that he had people take their fingers, and you can do it with me, take your fingers like that and put them on the middle of your chin. And where's the actual middle of your chin? It's not here, it's down here. So you did what I did instead of what I actually said. So and that's, for example, in leadership, that's super powerful, because people notice what you do more than what you say. And the same thing with this. I think the most important thing. You said
while I took a sip.
The most important thing you can do is that you can be an example yourself, whether in this situation, or for example, someone I worked with recently is studying to become a doctor, and I told him, well, you're gonna meet a hell of a lot of resistance with the things that you're interested in and the things that I already have or will teach you, and you have to be ready to conquer that. You have to sort of make a plan of how to conquer that resistance, and then go do it. Then become an inspiration. Watch the Robin Williams movie Patch Adams, for example. That's a great example of someone who dares stepping outside the box and show what else is possible.
What movie?
Patch Adams with Robin Williams.
Okay,
great movie. And then. And also in terms of, because one of the other questions I get asked a lot in seminars is, what can I do to help my friends or my family change? And it's almost like, well, that's usually an uphill battle. And the best answer I can give people is that demonstrate yourself what's possible. Demonstrate what happens to you. So for example, when I helped you with some of your big changes 2 years ago, I bet that a couple of people got curious and went, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
And that's where you have the chance. If you go to people and say, hey, I was at this amazing seminar with Michael Lassen and I learned to get rid of everything and I feel so great, I believe in myself, I already start doing this and this and blah blah blah. Most people unfortunately are gonna go, oh yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, when you show it, when you demonstrate the growth and the changes you've made or been through, and people come to you and go, hey, what's going on? That's where you really have the chance. And that's something you can control. You cannot control other people's actions, but when they show interest, then you really have a chance to do it.